I There may be some people that are going to get upset with me for making this video, and I've debated it for several days doing this. But I just really feel there are some things that a lot of people are thinking. Some are saying, some are afraid to say, but I believe there's some things that have to be said. I appreciate the people that have been associated with the Kiely Rodni case and everything that everyone's done, especially Adventures with Purpose and finding her. And that's one of the things that bothers me, is that it's not as appreciated as it should be. I can't believe that they're even being criticized for this. But anyway, we'll get into that a little bit later. But this is a personal message to Kiely Rodni's mother, Lindsey Rodni-Nieman. I understand you will probably never see this because there's so many thousands of other posts about your daughter on the internet that this little fish in the sea here will probably never be heard. But just in case you do run into it, there's a few things that I do want to say to you. I'm not trying to be critical. I'm not trying to be mean in any way. I truly sympathize with you that you have lost your daughter. And I know that people do grieve in different ways, but as a former police officer in all levels of law enforcement, city, county, state, and federal, I have dealt with a lot of grieving parents, grieving relatives, grieving brothers and sisters, daughters, sons. I have seen a lot of different reactions. And they're not always the same, but yet at the same time, they are very much the same. And in seeing your reaction, I saw how you cried when you were begging for your daughter to be returned when it was thought that maybe she was abducted. But after she was found, it seems like it's been the complete opposite. I have not seen the grieving parent. Instead, I have seen a parent that almost acts like you're mad that they found her. It's just unbelievable to me. But anyway, I want to answer a few of the things that you said in your celebration of life speech, because I think there were some things that were very unwarranted and to me absolutely defied logic. So let's get into that.
To have the opportunity to join together today with our friends, family, and community in Kiely's name. Though we gather together, grief and healing is such a personal and individual thing. Today we will honor Kiely in honoring each other and holding each other up as we grieve in our own ways.
I'm trying to understand this statement here. As we grieve in our own ways. It almost seems that that's kind of a deflection or a defensive mechanism for why you're not grieving. Because it honestly, and I've listened to a lot of other people on here, and I know that there's a lot of stuff going around that's just hogwash. And I can understand why you're frustrated at, you call it the social media monster, but and some of it is, I will agree on that. But a lot of what has been said has been the lack of emotion on your part. It almost seems like you're upset that she was found. So is that the reason for the statement that we grieve in our own way? Because we just don't see people grieving. I see no emotion saw a little bit of emotion from Mags, supposedly her best friend, but I haven't really seen anything from anybody else other than anger towards AWP that they found her. It just doesn't make sense to me. How can a mother be so cold? I just don't understand it. And so when you say that you're grieving in your own way, what is your own way? To have no emotion? To act like you don't... And I don't want to say that you don't miss her, because I'm not there. I don't see behind the scenes, behind the camera, outside of the camera. But just from what we've seen on camera, it just kind of astounds all of us, to be honest.
We'll laugh, dance, share stories, songs, and poetry. Or maybe we'll cry in a corner or at the podium.
As you cry in a corner, as you laugh, or at the podium, which we don't see you crying in a corner or at the podium. I know that sometimes people laugh out of nervousness when they're stressed or emotional. I know I've laughed at a funeral before when there was nothing funny. It was just, I guess, something, my body, defense mechanism, I guess. And so, I guess we can give you the benefit of the doubt on this one, but it just seems kind of strange that during the whole speech we didn't see a tear. We did see a laugh, but we didn't see a tear. It just, I don't know. It just comes across as disingenuous to myself and a lot of other people that I've heard talking online. And I understand that there's a lot of things that are said on there that are probably way out of bounds, but there's also a lot of things that are said that make a lot of sense. And the thing you have to understand too, I don't know about everybody, but all the people that I have been around and seen and watched their streams and everything else, it's people who care. It's people who really care. Everybody that helped you out cares. And you don't seem to understand that. I don't know if it's because you're a narcissist. I don't know what the deal is. But it doesn't sit right with a lot of us. You're entitled to your own opinion and everything else, but it just seems to me there ought to be just a little more gratitude, which I'll be going into a little bit more.
It's all okay. We'll remember and we'll create new memories as we all learn how to move forward in a world where we miss her. We are so blessed to be able to miss her together and to walk together into tomorrow. The way that she has brought everyone together, even in death, is a legacy that I will cherish forever. I'm hearing stories about people wanting to be nicer to each other in her memory. Kiely's dear friend recently told her mom that before all of this happened, she thought the word community had no real meaning, that it didn't really exist. But after Kiely went missing, the way our community showed up in full force showed her that it in fact is so very real and so, so powerful.
So good and so powerful, which is nice. But all of that so good and so powerful never found your daughter. You praise everybody else except for the people who actually did the work and actually found her. That it's just such an entitled and narcissistic attitude. I'm sorry, but you know what? If you're going to praise people, why don't you praise the people that actually did something? Yeah, I'm not dismissing the fact that that they put out all these search parties and all this stuff, and they did, but yet. I don't know. I just don't want to. I'm going to leave it there. I mean, everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows who found her. Everybody knows who's responsible for finding her. And it wasn't your community. Hello.
That kind of impact on our teens gives me hope. The demonstration of strength and togetherness, and the way that they have an army of supporters standing behind them will carry them far as they enter adulthood. We would like to thank everyone who has come together to support us in what we hope will be the most difficult time of our lives.
You hope it will be the most difficult time of your life. I'm assuming that's a lack of proofreading. Not really much I can say about this, and probably even shouldn't mention it, but yeah.
There's no way that we'll be able to ever return the kindness, generosity, and compassion that has been extended to us over the last month, but we will live the rest of our lives trying, and in that trying, Kiely will be with us, reminding us to be kind, laugh, and sing, and that sometimes it's even okay to cry.
Think? So honestly, I really don't mean to be sarcastic, but my word, you lost a child. It's kind of a no-brainer that it's okay, not only okay to cry, we're wondering why you're not. I'm sorry, but this behavior is so foreign to what I'm used to. And I've been around a while. So, just saying.
In closing, I want to thank our media friends for respecting our request to give us privacy while we celebrate my daughter today. Unfortunately, the social media frenzy has become such a monster that our teens are suffering, and we want to create a safe space for them to heal together without fear of something being taken out of context.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that social media monster, as you call them, are the ones that found your daughter. If it wasn't for the social media monster, your daughter would probably still be rotting away at the bottom of the lake. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm having a really hard time because this just total insensitive lack of gratitude for the people who actually found her and gave you the answers. It's just unreal to me. I mean, just I can't even think of words to. I know you're grieving. At least I assume you are. You do leave some room for doubt. You almost seem mad that she was found. You make a statement saying that the people from Adventures with Purpose are not heroes and you will never call them your hero. Your lack of gratitude is just beyond words for me. I can't even think of you owe them an apology, and you owe them a debt of thanks for finding your daughter. You praise everybody else except for the people who actually, as I said before, I don't know, there's a lot more I could say, but I'm going to shut up before I get myself in trouble.
To anyone who gains pleasure or satisfaction from commenting online, I ask you to take a moment to look inward and to try to recognize your motive. Remember the three gates that all words should flow through. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful?
Looking inward. Looking into the mirror and looking inward. Yeah, that's good advice. Very good advice. You might think about taking that yourself. Is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it kind calling the people who found your daughter clout chasers and exhibitionists just wanting to do it for fame and fortune or whatever? Is it true? No, it's not. No, there's nothing you've been saying about them that's true. And it's not helpful. Was it helpful that they found your daughter? Yeah, they were helpful. But you're not. Is it true that they found your daughter? Yeah. But you don't want to acknowledge that, it seems. Is it kind? No. Calling them clout chasers, saying, they'll never be my hero. They shouldn't have stuck their nose into it. Yeah, and your daughter would still, like I said before, be sitting at the bottom of the lake. Is that kind? Is that true? Is that helpful? No. You might want to take a little bit of your own advice on this issue. You know, I'm trying to be kind, but yet at the same time, you need to look inward. You really need to take a close look at yourself.
I implore you to remember that there is honor in silence and there is kindness in minding your own business.
So basically what you're saying is STFU and F off in a polite way. First of all, there is no honor in silence when you're covering something up. There's absolutely no honor in these kids knowing something happened, yet nobody coming forward and saying what really occurred. I know y'all are probably trying to just write this off as an accident, and I'm sure law enforcement is too, just like they've done so many other cases. There's a lot less work that way. And, you know, it just doesn't bring as much, I'm trying to think of the word I'm trying to think of, a bad name upon the community, which is, I don't know about your community there, man. It's kind of weird. Sorry. But there is no honor in silence. There's honor in silence in certain instances. But when people have information, people are trying to find the truth, truth about your daughter, there's no honor in silence. And you know what? Again, if everyone would have minded their own business, your daughter would never have been found. She'd still be rotting at the bottom of the lake. Think about that. Is that what you really want? Are you upset that she was found? Are you mad that she was found? You almost act like that. Think about what you're saying, Lindsey. Think. Really think. Think about what you're saying.
You are talking about the death of my child. Our community's child. It's time to let our children mourn their friend quietly, peacefully.
First of all, her friends haven't been what you'd call very quiet. I'll go Sammy shut her mouth now because, for whatever reasons, and Jagger, some of his statements that he made personally comes across as a complete idiot to me. He's someone I'd just like to slap the hell out of, to be honest. Now, you may get mad at me for saying that, but hey, you know, I've dealt with kids like him before, and he needs himself knocked upside the head, in my opinion. So you want her friends to be able to grieve in silence. Her friends. Same friends who left her at the party. The same friends who, knowing she's underage, purchased alcohol. Her same friends who basically hung her out to dry, saying that she knew she was too drunk to drive, figured she'd sleep there. What? Come on, man. Are you serious? You've got all these, according to the narrative, you've got all these older guys bringing drugs and all this stuff in there. You said it was scary. But yeah, you think she's going to just leave her there and she's going to sleep there? I mean, none of her friends if they are indeed friends, there's some friends with friends like that who needs enemies, as they say. If I had friends like that, I'd trade them in, get me some new ones. Yeah, some friends. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we need to leave them alone and let them grieve in silence. Even though they might be obviously making contradictory statements, making statements that don't add up, trying to provide an alibi so they don't have any culpability in the situation. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those friends. Yeah. Okay.
I hope you can find other, more beautiful and helpful ways to spend your time and remember Kiely. Call your mom. Take a walk. Pick up a new hobby. Please know we got this. Let her rest.
Oh, you got this. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I suppose that before they found your daughter, before this social monster found your daughter, you got this. Yeah, you knew right where she was. You had it all figured out. You didn't need any help. No need no help. I got it. Got it all done. I got it good. Yeah. Yeah, you had it all right. Yeah, you got this. Uh-huh. Okay. I don't know. There's so much more I could say right now. I'm just so disgusted that beyond words. The lack of gratitude, this just, entitled attitude that she has, this narcissistic attitude that she has. Again, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Well, actually, I'm not. But, I didn't do this to offend. Put it this way, I didn't do this to offend anybody. But if you're offended, you're offended. But I think it's what a lot of people are thinking. I know for a fact. It's what a lot of people have been kind of discussing behind the scenes. I'm sure that she'll probably never see this. But if she does, hopefully it'll ring a bell with her. Maybe it'll make her think a little bit. So anyway, my dog is bugging the crap out of me, wanting to be fed. And I'm pretty much done with this. I've still got to put all the clips together and stuff like that and get this uploaded. But in the meantime, I'm going to go feed his face and feed my face. Catch you later.